it's very demanding to go around a big street like this. And we are away here. So we go to Bruce Aiken, Michael Wilson. Well done to young Michael. Michael, of course, a young star. He's been riding in the footsteps of his super dad on the Rudge motorcycles here over the years. Of course, he also entered last year into what we call the Jixer Cup, which are these fabulous little Suzuki GSX R150 4-stroke engines that we have in New Zealand racing, designed for our young kids to enter the sport at an affordable price and, more importantly, a controlled and great class. And he was in that debut class last year. So he's out to ride today. Bill Swallow on board, along with Jeff Lang, Rob Chappell and Rod Hale. So that's your field. More importantly, some beautiful motorcycles. We love it. Hope you will as well. Courtesy of Southern Suzuki and E. Hayes & Son. It is our classic lineup today, and classics with a capital C. Now we've got our Gerda Forks group in there. So I don't know whether Malcolm got to do the start, but I didn't. No, I didn't see his name. He had a very nice 1931 Royal Enfield side valve engine, 1000cc, a V-twin 1000. It's colossal, and I'll tell you what, it looks super authentic as well. It hasn't had a lot of TLC in the way of updated paint jobs. It looks very, very original indeed. A 1931 Royal Enfield, a bike that Malcolm's had a little while, hasn't done a lot of racing with it, and it looks authentic as well from the point of view. Its front number is a little bit of tin as well, to give you an idea. So there you have it. All right, our bikes to go through now, 238, and Bruce Aiken. Bruce all the way from Warkworth up there in north of Auckland, so a long way to travel to be here for the BurtMunro. Wouldn't miss it, would he? He's been to a few of them. Bill Swallow, Michael Wilson, Jeff Long, Rob Chappell, and Rod Hale. So I'm just going to wander over here. I do want to get an opportunity to talk to Gav Sokolich from Carl Cox Motorsport. First of all, Gav, thanks for joining us. Carl Cox Motorsport, every event we go to, more and more commitment of what you're trying to do, and you've just been telling us off-air, just between races here, that you're committed to be part of the BurtMunro going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Carl and I travelled down here and took on the whole event last year as part of Indian Motorcycles, actually, for a tour that was led down here, and we fell in love with every event that we attended, and we've got plans underway now effectively to field a team here for each and every event moving forward into 2020.
Yeah, great to see you. All right, but hey, tell us about the ride down as well. You've got one of these beautiful Indian motorcycles.
Yeah, we kind of got hooked a little bit last year. We rode down and the bikes were absolutely outstanding. Grant from Cycle Spot put them on for us. We rode down, and by the conclusion of the ride, Carl and I looked at each other and we thought that, these bikes are absolutely immaculate for the New Zealand roads, for the time that we were riding from Auckland right down to Invercargill here, and we ended up buying them. So we ended up buying a bike each now, and those bikes are our go-to for this event each and every year. So we're here for the long haul.
Hey, I've got to tell you what, I enjoyed having Carl out at the hill climb on Thursday, and there was a particular incident went past, and that guy, you would have thought, had seen everything about motorcycle sport, but a particular incident happened, and his jaw just dropped, so he was still in amazement. He has such an amazing smile on his face. It's like he comes down here for happiness, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I mean, the roads leading up to the event and the participants that are involved, and all the people that are here, the volunteers that make the event, the circuit owners, the actual track, the layout, everything that goes on around this event, he falls in love with it. And that's the same at any racetrack. He's a petrol head through and through. Right now he's sitting out halfway up the front straight here in the crowd, in the deck chair, watching the bikes go past and loving every minute of it. And I see it in him at each and every event. And this one's very special for him. He's making a point. He's brought the bike. He's going to be here to take it in every year.
Great to see you. Right, Carl Cox Motorsport and Team Breeze Racing. You've had an opportunity to get behind Damon Mitch and Tony as well, and those guys here coming to support this event as well. So we've got the cream of the crop. Avalon here today, Seth Devereaux. So it's not as if we're just talking about a whole lot of club riders.
Not at all, not at all. You've got some of New Zealand's finest motorcyclists here taking part in this event, and it shows in the racing. It shows what the activity that's out on track there. Tony and Damo. I mean, we work closely with those guys. Right across SBK and the Suzuki Series and every other event that we possibly can do, and we're going to help them cross the ditch and go back into ASBK as well, because these guys are extremely talented. And Avalon, the fastest lady on two wheels as far as I'm concerned, and it's great to be able to be here and walk through the pits and shake these guys' hands and say, you guys are flying the flag for New Zealand motorcycling also, and keep up the good work and let us help you where we can.
Thank you very much, Kev. Lovely to have you with us today. Thank you, Gavin Sokolich from Carl Cox Motorsport, folks. As we've been watching our classics, they're only doing a 4-lapper, but I tell you what, when they're doing times at 1:30 when the top F1 bikes are doing it at a neat 1 minute, gives you an idea that it takes a little bit longer to do the 4 laps that they're doing outside of the 7 that the F1 class are doing today. Bruce Aiken, Bill Swallow, going to Michael Wilson, Jeff Long, Rob Chappell and Rod Hale. You're seeing this coverage live, loud and proud. You're either live here or on Ctas Live, so lovely to see. Bex is going to do something. Oh, okay. So the Britons will be out after the gate crossing for a demo. So the Britain motorcycles, yes indeed, they are here, and their pilots none other than Stephen Briggs and the legendary Andrew Stroud. So we've got the 2 legendary bikes and their original pilots as well. That will be good. So we will have a gate crossing after this race, folks. So if you do want to cross the track, either inside to out, outside to in, or over to the Castrol S's as well, you'll be able to do so immediately after this. And then we're going to have a demonstration of the beautiful Britain motorcycles. All part of the activities. We love the excitement. Hope you do as well. Southern Suzuki Classic Pre-63s. And our checkered flags here today. So Bruce to go past. Bruce on the Trident T120. We go to Bill Swallow out there. On the Velo, we look out to Michael Wilson as well. Now, Michael, I think we've updated, is from our small class. Yes, that's on the 1938 Rudge Ulster 500. So he's got one of the nice Rudges from Dad. Good work, appreciating that. And then check out Jeff Long, Rob Chappell and Rod Hale. So there you go, some classic machinery and some even more classic riders. All to you, courtesy of Jack Daniels, the old number 7. Drink responsibly.